Us from the Roseau South constituency, Martha Augustus. So let's make them feel welcome as we start this press conference. Apui bonte c'est la terre. So as Christian God-fearing people, we now invite man enough for Roseau enough, Brother Daniel Ugi, to lead us in prayer this morning.
Shall we stand, please?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Heavenly Father, we bless your name. We thank you for life, that you put your breath of life in our body, that we are well, that you brought us here together as a team. So we acknowledge you. You said in your word that if we would acknowledge you, you would direct our path. So that's what we do today. As a party, individually, collectively, we acknowledge you. So we pray that even as we conduct this event, we welcome your presence, your blessing. We pray that you, in a special way, you bless our candidates who will be launched, our political leader, our president, and everyone gathered here, press. We pray for a wonderful and successful event. This we ask in Christ's name and for his sake. Amen.
Thank you very much, Brother Lugi. And as we get into the program, the United Workers' Party, Team Dominica, is building a serious national movement to rescue our country and bring prosperity that will be shared to everyone in this country. As this movement gathers momentum, we will be filling a slate of very competent candidates, which include youth, experience, women, men of integrity. And today is one of the steps closer to filling that slate of candidates to help rescue this country. As we are about to begin, I would like to invite to the microphone our Deputy Political Leader to give a few opening remarks. Make him feel welcome. Thank you very much.
Good morning to the head table. And of course, a special good morning to the political leader, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, and of course, the candidates that are going to be launched today in the name of Martha Augustus, Jean-François, and of course, our very own teacher Ernie Lawrence John Finn. Ladies and gentlemen, even before I speak to the candidates, it is important to notice the political climate that we are in. The position of our foreign development that has a direct impact on Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, and the media, I would like to address a few international developments that are directly impacting our country. The European visa suspension mechanism of 2025, which has now led to the 2026 European Union decision to end visa-free entry of citizens of Dominica and to the Shanghai. And now, I know it may not be pronounced correctly. Huh? Area. Ladies and gentlemen, what is important to note is that in October of 2025, the European Parliament approved a reform of the EU visa suspension mechanism concerning 61 countries whose national could travel to this area without a visa for a short stay of about 90 days and 180-day period. Dominica is one of the 61 countries that reform added new grounds for triggering a suspension of visa-free entry into the European Union. And one of the grounds relates to the security concerns associated with citizens by investment program. Ladies and gentlemen, you will recall in June of 2026, the visa suspension mechanism swung into action and directly impacted the CBI program in the 5 Eastern Caribbean countries negatively. By letter of the Prime Minister of the Prime Minister of the CBI state, he dated in June, the European Union informed of its new policy that the CBI program in the Eastern Caribbean will lose visa-free entry into the area effective 1st June 2028, and that CBI programs must be phased out. Now you realize where we are. Further, that letter underscores the existence of the CBI program, no matter how well it is managed, is enough for suspension of the visa-free access. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem. I don't know if we want to take it in, by section, but it is important to understand that the Dominican people, we are in a hole. Because this restriction is not only affecting those of us who choose not to travel, but think of the many children and the young people that want to go for higher education in the various European countries in America. And that will affect us. And therefore, the United Workers' Party, we have said it, and the political leader have already articulated that this program will be phased out under the administration. And that remains a policy approach. Let me add further, the United States partial travel ban on Dominica is now 7 months. I've heard recently, and I'm subjected to correction, that a popular artist did not go through. His visa application for the United States was denied. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting serious. And there's been no immigrant visas or green cards at the Barbados Embassy. No non-immigration visas for Dominican citizens, that is F1 visas, student visas, visitors and visas B1 and B2, and M visas and J visas. Now, it would be responsible of me to say that the actions that we now have to pay attention to is the Nancy report. One will say that it is in the conversation stage, and one would say it is in the bill stage, and therefore it is not yet law. But it is getting there, and therefore Dominica will be faced with those challenges when that comes to effect. So we have some food for thought. This is why this administration, I would say the United Workers' Party, is bringing along formidable candidates to tell you and to show you and to demonstrate that Dominica deserves better. And I want you to, take a few seconds. All of us, in one way or the other, we are aware of what is going on, and Dominica deserves better. And that is why I want to congratulate the new candidates that are before us. And I would like them to stand up and give a round of applause for our new candidates. A round of applause for Teacher Ernie. A round of applause for Jean-François. And of course, Martha. But Martha and I go a long way. So ladies and gentlemen, the United Workers' Party is raising the following question in this regard. What actions have the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Dominica undertaken to bring a change in this policy of the UK government? What actions? What interventions has the Dominica High Commissioner to the UK undertaken with the Foreign Office of the UK in this regard? What actions have the Prime Minister taken? Oh, you would hear that in the CBI program and some of the major issues that we are faced with. We're not saying that due diligence, the issue of due diligence are high on the agenda, but the question remains, maybe it's too late. Remember Mr. Lennox Linton and all the members of the United Workers' Party almost 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 13 years ago. We were concerned about the management of the program, the due diligence that ought to have been done. And today we are faced with a country where we may not be able to go further than Petit Salon. And we must not take this for a joke. And that is why we are here to bring a change with Dr. Thompson Fontaine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the opportunity. And before I go, I will say to you, all of us, we have a responsibility. And that is to ensure that every single person who is 18 years and over, they are registered. You have to take up a personal responsibility. Don't wait for your neighbors. Do whatever you can do in your capacity. For confirmation, the same must be done. We must help every single candidate. We must help every single constituency. We must ensure that we do what we have to do, because when the day comes and the thing hot and your name is not on the list, you can only look to yourself and say, what did I do wrong? You know what you did wrong? When the United Workers' Party was reaching out to you to make sure that you confirm, you chose not to do so. To make sure you register, you chose not to do so. And on this note, all of us have a responsibility to the nature isle of the Caribbean. And that is to ensure that this government, that is the Labour Party government, is removed from office immediately. Thank you, and thank you for listening.
Okay, thank you very much. Ronald Charles, the man for the Valley, Deputy Political Leader. At this point, I just want to recognize some of our executive members. We have Honorable Delbert Paris, who's in the house. We also have Miss Juliet Shillingford, Julie for the city. We also have Mr. Skaggs John, Hector John, Salisbury. We also have Mr. Dupey. We also have Mr. Laurent. We also have Mr. Davis George. And so many of you here today, thank you for that. I miss somebody? Well, Danny, the man enough Roseau South, is already there. More votes for him come the by-election. And we're working hard towards that. But you heard Brother Charles, as he spoke about what is happening internationally, where we are now placed on a bill labeled as a failed state by Nancy. based in the US Congress. And that speaks to the nature of what is happening in our country. Our government has abandoned the people that matters. You in the various constituencies that have voted for them to put them in government for 25 years, they have abandoned you and embraced international elites, passport hustlers that has put us in that predicament. There's no other way to say it. That is the reality of our situation in Dominica. And as an opposition party responsible, we have to fix that. We have to fix our international relations. We have to do what is right so that our students can go to study, or people can visit their families, people can go and invest, entrepreneurs can travel, and most of all our musicians. We have a buoyant industry that is growing and growing rapidly, and then this is restricting their ability to earn an income in Europe and the French countries, and also the US. So it's something that is serious. I know the Prime Minister has been very quiet on it. They wish we would never talk about it, but it's affecting all of us in one way or the other, and we need to highlight it. And we need answers. We need them to talk about it. What is being done to ensure that those restrictions are taken off the backs of the Dominican people? And as I've said, they are busy managing their own affairs, their own corruption, and the affairs of state. The people who matters most, they have abandoned them. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to bring to the microphone Brother Jean-Francois from the Wesley constituency to address you. Make him feel welcome.
Good morning. Protocol has already been established. I'm your humble servant. I'm not your typical politician. I do not want to be a politician. I am a servant of the people. My name is Jean-Francois. And I am proud to be standing here representing or as the candidate for the United Workers' Party for the Wesley constituency. I am happy to be associated with these men and women of the United Workers' Party. These are people of principle, and I am happy for that. You know, these are God-fearing people. People who put people first. And this is what you want in people to represent people. People must be important, because this is the most prized possession a country has, is its people. And if the people are not able to do anything for themselves, the country cannot go forward. We are stuck under this party. The Dominican Labour Party has failed us. And it is our responsibility as citizens to stand up. And this is why I rise. This is why I rise. Not for my sake, but for Dominica's sake. Not for UWP's sake, but for Dominica's sake. And this is why each and every one of us should stand up so we can save this blessed land. And ladies and gentlemen, we know it's not going to be easy. We know that. But if we put things in proper perspective, things will work. And this is why, ladies and gentlemen, as a country of Dominica is a blessed land. Land with plenty, fertile land, soil, and plenty water. And it is a shame that a government can abandon agriculture. It is a shame. Ladies and gentlemen, unless we don't go back to the soil, our country will not go anywhere. We see what passports have done us. And I'm happy that the United Workers' Party isn't depending on passports to move this country forward. Because this is just for time. But with agriculture, we can move on. I can remember the days when the Wesley constituency farmers would live in the morning with their garden clothes, go to the banks and come up with a brand new vehicle. That is the Wesley I know. That is the Wesley I want to bring back, ladies and gentlemen. And we must go back to agriculture. And it is very difficult now for farmers because what has happened? Government has abandoned all the feeder routes. Grass meeting grass. And I mean, it's a burden to the farmers because they are the ones who have to try to be cutting this grass all the while. Because a lot of people have left the farms because they are not seeing a future. And it is our responsibility to show, especially the younger ones, what agriculture can do. So we need to assist these people. And as a candidate, as your pal rep for Wesley, I'll make it my priority to make sure that farmers have what is necessary so that they can be independent, ladies and gentlemen. That is what we want. We want people to be independent. I do not want people coming and ask me for $20 to go and pay their light bill. No. I want you to be independent enough to go and work. We create that environment so you can work and you can have your money in your pocket. So when you meet me, you can tell me, boy, Jacques, come for a drink, man. That's what I want. I don't want you to be dependent on me to feed you. People, you cannot take away this dignity from our people. This is what this government has done to our people. This begging, they created this begging industry. We have to stop that, ladies and gentlemen. That is what UWP is bringing to the table. This is what we are offering to the people of Dominica. A better way forward. So that everyone can rise. 10 pillar. Dr. Thompson Fontaine. The economists. That's the problem we have, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Is the economy. We have the solution, ladies and gentlemen. We have the solution. The solution is right there with Dr. Fontaine leading the team and men and women who are more than capable of doing it. And we're doing it from their hearts. Not because they want something. It is for Dominica's sake, for our children. That is what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen. We need, in the West constituency, our pal rep, because of the international airport, our school got destroyed. Children's school got destroyed. And the pal rep said that they were not aware that the school had to go. And he said so with a straight face. He was not aware. That tells you that they have no plan. That's what it tells you. And remember, they destroyed the school last year. The airport project started since 2019. From the time you acquire land, the project has started. And this is why I want us as UWP to be very proud. To be the first party to start international airport in Dominica. The Labour Party failed. So, as the power rep for Wesley, I will make sure that our children get back this school. And the school is not going to be built out of Wesley. It has to be built in Wesley. So that the Wesley children can pass through the village and you have people to watch over them. It takes a village to reach a child. We don't want them to be passing on buses like they are tourists. No, they are our children. It's our responsibility to bring them up, to watch over them, ladies and gentlemen. That is what I'm promising the Wesley people. Right now, the children have nowhere to play sports because those who play their netball, their basketball by the school, they broke that down. Even in Woodfordale, it has been years now. The school has no netball rings, and they are unable to fix these simple things. How are they going to fix? How are they going to fix the problem of this country? Well, they're the ones who created it. Okay? There's everything this guy seems to put their hand on, they seem to be destroying it. Ladies and gentlemen, One of the main projects I would like to undertake for the constituency of Wesley is at the Woodfordale Beach, to create this spot into a tourist resort area. That is what you want, to be able to do things that persons can earn a livelihood. That is what you want. Create jobs for the people. You cannot have the people. The biggest project taking place in Dominica, $2 billion, and the community is worse now than it has ever been. This is madness, and it's time for the people of the constituency and Dominica, by extension, to get angry and to vote whenever the time comes to vote this government out once and for all. Let Dominica breathe again. We have had better days, ladies and gentlemen. It is our duty. And this thing cannot happen, ladies and gentlemen, unless we go out there and confirm. We need our people to go out and confirm. We need our children who have reached the age of 18 to go and register. This country belongs to you, especially the young people. I'm talking to the young people. This country belongs to you. You have a right in this country, and it is your responsibility to save your country. We cannot have what is happening there continuously like that and do not put a stop to it. Do not say it is not your business. It is all of us business. We here on the stage, we are willing to take all the pressure. We are able, we are capable. We put ourselves out there. But we need you to help us so that we can help you. Simpler. Help us to help you. We need you to vote for the United Workers' Party. We want you to vote for Martha Augustus in Roseau South. We want you to vote for teacher Ernie in Classicals. We want you to vote for Danny Lugo in Roseau North. We want you to vote for Sparks in Salisbury. We want a clean sweep around this country, ladies and gentlemen. We want Dominica. This is for Dominica's sake, not for us. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to do better than that, because our children deserve better. Our children deserve better. This is a fact. And it is our responsibility. It is our responsibility, ladies and gentlemen, we as adults who have known better days, who have seen better days, to teach our children what is right. We cannot have our people just there, at $300 and this type of this nonsense. This is not good enough. It's not good enough. Blessed is the child that has his own. We want you to work. That is what UWP is bringing for you. The opportunity for you to work, ladies and gentlemen. There are a lot of more things that I can talk about, but the time is short. So as time goes on, you'll be hearing more from me. So I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Jean-Francois, for Wesley. Let's hear it for him. And at this point, we go to the east and we bring Teacher Ernie to the microphone. Make her feel welcome.
The great philosopher Plato, he said, and I quote, "One of the penalties for not participating in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors." Dr. Fontaine, party leader, my candidates, other members of the head table, members of the executive, friends, supporters, the media, good morning. Today marks a new chapter in my journey towards developing a better future for the people of the Castlebrooks constituency. I am deeply honored and humbled to receive the endorsement of our party, the United Workers' Party, the constituents of Castlebrooks, and so many of you who believe in the vision that this great party shares. This endorsement is a testament to my commitment to progress, integrity, and service. On my journey in 2019, I faced many challenges. I also celebrated an overnight victory. It was short-lived because this victory was stolen the following day. But along the way, I learned many valuable lessons. These lessons will be the foundation upon which this new chapter will be built. I am elated to be here again, ready to serve with integrity, with honesty, dedication, and a clear focus on the issues that matter most to the people of the Castle Bruce constituency. My campaign will be built on transparency, inclusivity, and empowerment. I will do my best to improve the lives of the people of the Castle Bruce constituency by creating the environment where they will become independent once again, ensure better health care, protecting the environment, and generally caring for the needs of the people of this constituency. We face many issues down there. In the Castle Bruce constituency, we face a lot of issues that deserve urgent attention. The police station, which started many years ago, which has been halted on numerous occasions, whose concrete roof, the decking, has broken on at least 2 occasions, this will be completed. The Castle Bruce Secondary School, the additional classrooms there, which also started many years ago, and which has stopped on numerous occasions, the Castle Bruce Secondary School need their space, and therefore these additional classrooms will be completed. The quarter-mile road approaching the Callis Bridge, it has stopped. For whatever reasons we do not know, it will be completed. Whenever it rains, the Callis Bridge gets compromised, and the people from Petit Soufriere to Tranto Deeper are cut off. This bridge and the road and whatever affects it, the river, will be worked on and will be completed. The people from Petit Soufriere and Good Hope were promised relocation after the trough in August, I think, 26th of August, whatever, I don't remember the date exactly. These people were promised relocation. And I remember hearing one of the ministers or junior ministers saying, this actually, the houses will begin this September, and that was last year, 2025. To this day, not a stone has been placed. These people will be relocated. Sections of the road from Mopo to Petit Soufriere were compromised during Hurricane David. The safety of drivers and pedestrians are at stake. These roads, on these roads, guardrails will be installed. There are still some people without proper housing. Yeah, sad but true. These people must be taken care of, and they will be taken care of, because a government is elected to serve the people, regardless of your political affiliation. Yes, my people, ladies and gentlemen, there is work to be done in the Castle Bruce constituency. The link road, the Rosalie, Petit Soufriere, Rosalie, Grand Fond, Rosalie, Petit Soufriere link road, it has to be completed. It has to, and it will be completed. The upgrading of the Sikwi Park, let me tell you, at the Castle Bruce Secondary School, they do very well in sports. And the children, the students there, they need that area to help them improve on their sporting abilities. The Sikwi Park will be transformed into a mini stadium where our people can witness regional matches. Our farmers Our farmers in this area, the Casper's constituency is a farming community. It's a farming constituency. And our farmers are taking blows. Presently, as I speak to you, fertilizer is being distributed. And I was told by a very good source that the PAL rep said, give fertilizer only to laborers. This is not fair. Fertilizer should be given to the extension officers who know the farmers, who know the acreage of the farms, and who know which or how many number of bags that they should get per farmer. Not PAL rep. That will not be my responsibility. Cannot be my responsibility. People of the Casper's constituency, better days are ahead. Education. I am on education now. Education is the foundation of our future. And as an educator myself, I believe every child deserves access to quality learning, modern infrastructure, and inspiring teachers. That is why I am committed to investing in our schools, upgrading facilities, integrating technology, and providing training that empowers our educators and, most importantly, our students. Together with my team, the United Workers Party, we will build an education system that not only imparts knowledge, but also nurtures critical thinking and innovation. I will work towards equipping the youth of the Casper's constituency with skills that they need to succeed. Because in the words of Alvin Toffler, he said, the illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. Our people need this, our students need the skills that they need to be able to stand up on their own and to earn money. I will ensure our educational institutions are modern, they're accessible and inclusive, and every student has the opportunity to succeed and contribute to our nation's progress. I believe every voice matters, and I am committed to being a voice for the people of the Casper's constituency, not just during this campaign, but throughout. I want to thank my team. I want to thank my family. I want to thank you, the United Workers Party supporters, because your enthusiasm, your perseverance, your strength are what inspire me to stand here today. And you push me on, even when the road gets tough. I am committed, ladies and gentlemen, to lighting up that long 26 years of political darkness in the Casper's constituency and improve the livelihood of the people. I urge all those who have not yet applied for confirmation, do not wait on the last minute. If you have turned 18, go out there and get registered, as this is the only way we can achieve the goal of a better constituency and a better Dominica. I will move forward with hope. I will move forward with unity. I will move forward with shared determination to build a brighter future for the people of the Casper's constituency and for Dominica as a whole. I thank you.
I don't know where to start after this one. It is getting hot, and change is definitely on the horizon. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard two of our candidates, and we are in the area close to Roseau South today. The lady of the hour. And at this point, it is my pleasure to invite the candidate for the Roseau South constituency, Ms. Martha Augustus, to address you.
Martha, hear the people. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. To our party leader, members of the executive, fellow candidates, supporters, members of the media, and most importantly, you, my people of Roseau South and Dominica at large. Thanks so very much for being here today. A special thank you to my team, Roseau South community. As you know, I am Martha Augustus, and it is with deep humility, gratitude, and a profound sense of responsibility that I accept the nomination as your Roseau South candidate for the United Workers' Party. I am honored to work with you, to listen to you, and to be your voice for a well-needed change. I am deeply rooted in Roseau South community. I was raised from age 4 in Newtown, Harlem, and as many of you know, I am a healthcare provider. I have served my people. I have been serving the entire Dominica in the healthcare sector as a pharmacist for nearly 15 years. I studied abroad, and instead of remaining in the diaspora, I chose to return to Dominica, fiercely committed to serving and uplifting my people. Why did I choose the United Workers' Party? Well, my profession has allowed me a front seat row to watch the harsh realities of life in Dominica. Life and death, sickness and disease, poverty and lack, joblessness and hardship, injustice and lack of opportunity, loss of options, and no trusted, viable, reliable voice to advocate for my people in Roseau North. Roseau South, Roseau South, Roseau South. Roseau South, Roseau North is my people by extension, Dominica. Yes. I've witnessed the despair that all too common. I've witnessed the hopelessness among my people. A hopelessness that's unfortunately pervasive over the entire Dominica. In my role as a pharmacist at Quick Pharmacy, I've seen that. I have seen parents worried parents advised the elderly. I've helped families through difficult illnesses. I've listened to countless stories of struggle, sacrifice, and hope. A false hope, a forced resilience. And to survive, they have adapted that sort of resilience. I see the ravages of drugs on our young men and women, lives destitute, with no help for them, no solution, simply left behind, ignored and uncared for. Bright futures deemed destinies destroyed, parents and families watching helplessly. Sadly, there's no real vision for our children's culture here in Dominica. That crisis needs a solution. Our young people need help. We have to save our young people. The future of Dominica is at a great risk. Growing up, I was prepared for the future. Today, the outlook for the next generation is grim, really grim. I will stand up for the future of Dominica as the voice of the people for Roseau North. Danny is the cause. For Roseau South, my people, I love you. Those painful experiences have taught me one very important lesson, that caring for the people goes beyond dispensing medication. It requires compassion, empathy, a keen listening ear, and a determination to make and take actions. And that's why I am taking action right now. Today, I am stepping forward because I believe our people deserve better. We deserve better. Roseau South, you deserve better. Dominica, you deserve better. And we can get better by voting for Martha Augustus and the United Workers' Party under the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fountain. I am ready to stand with you and to speak for you. I am ready to be your voice. To help you restore a sense of pride to our people. To work with the United Workers' Party to build a sustainable Dominica with shared prosperity for all. Again, today I have stepped forward because I believe our people deserve better. We deserve a government that listens, plans for the future, and creates opportunities for every citizen, every Dominican. We deserve quality healthcare, and I am passionate about using my healthcare credentials, my education and experience to drive the critical healthcare transformation pillar for the United Workers' Party. Under the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fountain, the UWP will make its priority to put people first. To put the healthcare and the lives of Dominicans first, with the implementation of well-equipped and supplied medical centers, staffed, well-trained medical professionals, and anchored by a national health insurance program. The healthcare system in Dominica is poor. I'll be pleased to use my experience to advocate for improved healthcare as part of our United Workers' Party, to deliver a first-hand, realistic, well-informed view of healthcare in Dominica. As a healthcare provider, I am qualified to deliver an in-depth, intelligent, analytical, solution-based, innovative healthcare perspective to offset the low standard of healthcare that currently exists in our country. Also, our children deserve better education. Our seniors deserve respect and support. We deserve communities that are safe, clean, and thriving. Our entrepreneurs deserve viable opportunities to succeed. Opportunities to thrive and follow into the footsteps of the likes of the late Mr. Macmillan, Mr. Mac John Baptist, the recently deceased business owner who served our community ever so greatly. Mr. Mac will be deeply missed, and I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincerest condolences to his loved ones on behalf of the United Workers' Party. Roseau South. Roseau South. I am not entering politics because I have all the answers. I am entering politics because I am prepared to work, to listen, and to serve, to be your voice. Leadership is not about power. It's about service. Solid, trustworthy leadership for all people. It's about putting people first and making decisions to improve the lives of all people, not some. Not some. To every young person wondering if your future is here, I say yes. Your future is now. If you vote for me, Martha Augustus and the United Workers' Party. To every parent struggling to make ends meet, I hear you. To every senior who has given so much to the nation, you deserve dignity and respect. To every small business owner working hard every day, your efforts matter and you deserve an environment where you can succeed. Rest assured, I will be your voice. This campaign is not about one individual, it's about all of us. It's about restoring hope, rebuilding trust, and creating a brighter future for the Roseau South constituency and Dominica by extension. That's why I have chosen to answer the call, to embark on a new chapter of my career in service to the people of Roseau South and Dominica, to take all my learnings from working so closely within the community and with the people as my next step, to heed the call to join the United Workers' Party team led by Dr. Thompson Fontaine, to voice and be the voice of the people of Roseau South, to be the voice of the elderly living in fear and uncertainty, to be the voice of the youth, the generation and children who see no hope. I strongly believe that the United Workers' Party is ready to bring a well-needed, long past due change to all Dominicans. And I am honored to be a part of the UWP team, ready to serve, ready to deliver a fresh new perspective to the people of Dominica. To that, I stand firmly prepared and ready to serve as your voice of the people of Roseau South under the leadership of Dr. Thompson Fontaine. I invite everyone, regardless of political affiliation, to walk this journey with me and the United Workers' Party. Let's talk. Let us have respectful conversations, share ideas, and work together for the common good. Let's trust each other. Roseau South, let me be your voice. I promise to lead with integrity, compassion, accountability, and transparency. I will be accessible. You will know where to find me. I will listen to you. I will be your voice. And I will always remember that public office means public trust. Roseau South, together we can build a stronger community, create greater opportunities, and build a better Dominica for our generation to come. Roseau South! Roseau South! In closing, I am appealing directly to you. Please make your votes count. Roseau South, stand empowered. Roseau South, stand empowered. Make it a priority. Go out today and confirm now. That way, you can make your voice be heard by voting for me, Martha Augustus, and the United Workers' Party. Thank you, Roseau South, for your confidence in me, for your encouragement, for your support, and for the opportunity to be your voice. Separately, on behalf of the United Workers' Party, I would like to extend condolences to the family of Mr. Leroy Stevens of Newtown, a staunch UWP supporter who passed away yesterday. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you all once more, and above all, I thank God. May God bless our constituency, and may God continue to bless the Commonwealth of Dominica. Thank you.
Standing with the people, standing strong for all. Woman with a vision, woman with a plan, ready from day one, helping every man. Hands in the air, let me hear you say, Roseau South, it's a brand new day.
Put your hands together for the next parliamentary representative for the Roseau South, Martha Augustus. We are building, we are growing, we are getting there, step by step. We will conquer, and God is with us all the way. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point I bring to the microphone our political leader, the Right Honorable Dr. Thompson Fontaine to address you. Let's put our hands together for Dr. Fontaine.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for being here. To the new candidates, I have set this house on fire, and I could hear the sounds rippling through the rest of Dominica as they all spoke this morning, offering new hope to the people, offering a new vision to the people, and offering a way forward to the long-suffering Dominican people. So thank you very much. And good morning. It is great to be here. And even before I move further, I just wanted to pause to remember the passing of two legends, one in sports, Garfield Sobers, who really brought this region together through cricket, as well as our local businessman, Mr. Macmillan John Baptist, who passed. We offer our sincere condolences on behalf of the United Workers' Party to these two great legends, great gentlemen who did much for the region and for Dominica. Ladies and gentlemen, I am really honored this morning. Honored because as I sat here, I could understand exactly what is beginning to happen. When we met last month, we promised you that we will be unveiling our candidates. Last time it was 3, now 3 plus 3, that is 6 out of 21. It is a nice, steady march towards revealing to the Dominican public 21 truthful, honest, and committed Dominicans. We promised you a blend of youth, experience, and competence. And right here this morning, we have seen that very much on display. I must say with Mr. Jean-Francois, whom I've had the pleasure to be on the ground with in Wesley. As he said, he's not the traditional politician, but he's a man who is sincere, a man who is committed to the upliftment of the people of Wesley and by extension Dominica. He's selfless. He's selfless, and I've seen the way he operates. He's a man grounded in the church and who has committed himself to his people of his constituency over the many years. And so it has been a pleasure for me to work alongside Mr. Jean-Francois, and that's why today we can again commit him to the residents of Wesley and Woodford Hill and Palm Tree, as well as to the people of Dominica. So thank you, Jean. It's great to have you. For Teacher Ernie, I have spent quite a bit of time walking side by side with Teacher Ernie in the villages of Castle-Rose, Tranto, Mopa, Deepa, Saint-Sauveur, Good Hope, Pédé-Soufrière. And Teacher Ernie, I can tell you, is well loved by the people. She served a community in education over all of these years. Most of the people there know her. She either taught them or have had an influence in their lives, and she's extremely well loved. But what I like very much about Teacher Ernie is her humility and her desire to serve the people. She could have gone into retirement. She could, after what happened in 2019 and the blatant stealing of her victory in Castle-Rose, she could have said enough is enough and given up. But instead, she has stayed the course. She's doing the hard work that is necessary, and she's showing her commitment to a team Dominica that will once again transform this country of ours. So thank you very much, Teacher Ernie. It's an honor to have you on the team. To Martha Augustus, we go way, way back, years back. It's an honor to have her in the Roseau South constituency, in the Roseau South constituency. And I'm sure today a resident, you know, she was born right there in the Boyo of Harlem. You know, she's a roots girl right there in Harlem, never turned her back on the people. She had an opportunity to stay away. She was overseas studying, but instead she came back to dedicate her life in the service of the people. And that's why she's here with us. She's agreed to be a part of this team, agreed to give her expertise in health, to help build that pillar of health. And you heard her mention this morning our plan, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce a national health insurance scheme for Dominica that will once and for all transform the health condition of our people. We have been suffering through a terrible health system, a system where a prime minister beats his chest and boasts of having insurance, while the vast majority of his subjects are not able to afford insurance. Some of them die for lack of medical care. But we're going to change all of that. And that is why we have offered this comprehensive plan to the people of Dominica that will cover every single man, every single boy, every single girl, every single woman, every baby, every single Dominican. This is the plan for all of Dominica. Like all our plans to work and to build the economy, to create jobs. It will not be for some. It will be for all. And so this is the honor that we have. And thank you, Martha, for agreeing to serve with us. And I would just like you, ladies and gentlemen, to join me, those of you who are here, those of you who are elsewhere, put your hands together and let us salute the 3 new members of Team Dominica. So the team, we are growing, we are moving forward, and we are getting stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, in the weeks ahead, we'll be having more great candidates for you. We'll be announcing them in events like this. You will be seeing the power and the strength of a United Workers' Party that is resurgent, that is ready for the fight, and that is prepared to bring change to Dominica. I believe we can all agree that after 27 years of Labour Party rule, the Dominican people are fed up, they are tired, and that they want change from this government. You will agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, that they're seeing in the United Workers' Party Team Dominica a formidable team of persons who are committed first to country, a committed group of individuals who are selfless, who are committed to serve, and who are giving all to ensure a better day for Dominica. And so I'm very pleased that we are on the cusp of better days for Dominica. The lights, the rays, the faint rays of a sunshine and a sunrise over the horizon is beginning to form. And we're getting to a place, ladies and gentlemen, where we will once again witness a Dominica like a phoenix rising out of the ashes and becoming a strong country, a country that will become the envy of the Caribbean, a country where our diasporans who are looking in their hundreds right now at this particular press conference will once again desire to come back to lend their time, their effort, and their talent to help build this country. So we are very excited about what is to come. We're excited about the future that now confronts us. It has been a difficult few years in this country. I cannot tell you the amount of pain and suffering that we've had to understand as we go through the various communities, because we are spending the time talking to the people on the ground, talking to persons who have worked all of their lives, and after working hard, most of them in agriculture, they're now at the ages of 65, 70, 75, and are not able to get a $300 promised by the government because they are not ready. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a shame in a country where everyone should be looked after. We were in Marigot on Sunday, and we heard about, as Delbert Parrish spoke about, the number of persons in his constituency who have been neglected in their older years. Persons who, when they were young and strong, devoted their lives to this country. And now, because they do not support the government, they denied even a $300 pittance. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we have work to do. We have work to rebuild this country. We have work to create jobs and opportunities, in particular for our young people. The young people of this country, they are hurting. Every single day, Hundreds of young people across this country get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, some of them at 10 o'clock, others at 12, with nowhere to go, with nothing to do. That must change. Our country has been dying on the branch because of this, because of the lack of opportunities for young people. Our country is suffering. The country is hurting. And this is the opportunity that we have to put our voices together, to work together, to set aside our differences, to set aside whatever it is that may divide us, and focus on bringing hope to the young people of this country. We owe it to our future generation, ladies and gentlemen, not to allow this colossal failure of the Labour Party government to continue. We owe it to our young people, ladies and gentlemen, to ensure that they get their rightful place in this country, that they get the jobs that they are deserving of, that they get the opportunities that we, in our time as youth, got. We owe it to them. I've been very thankful that in my youth we had governments that worked on behalf of the young people. That has long since disappeared under the Dominica Labour Party. We are now faced with a cabal of greedy, selfish politicians who are concerned quite simply about themselves. And that is one of the reasons why I'm very thankful for the team that we are building. You are seeing a team of individuals, ladies and gentlemen, who have not been bought. A team of individuals who are not demanding that the mortgages be paid, that they be given hundreds of thousands of dollars to run for a political party. These are a team of individuals who are making the sacrifices to make things better for the people of Dominica. Completely in opposition to what we see now existing in the Labour Party. Because they have bought the candidates. These are individuals who are largely there, not because they care for country, because you don't hear them. I don't hear the ministers agitating on behalf of the young people. I don't hear the ministers standing up and calling for jobs for the young people of this country. I don't hear the ministers calling for the government of Dominica to do the right thing and to provide support for all in need. I don't hear that. Instead, I hear them sending around trucks of fertilizer and saying, give it only to our supporters. This is shameful, but not surprising. Not surprising because these are individuals, most of them, who took large sums of money to go up for elections. But I can tell you that we have a group of individuals who are not going that route, so that when they tell you they are sincere, when they tell you that their plan is to bring change, and you heard how eloquently all three candidates spoke about their constituencies. They are not even yet in office, but they are thinking of how they can serve. They are thinking of this road. Teacher Ernie is thinking of this road that could join Rosalie with Peter Saman and open up an opportunity for the fishermen of Saint-Sauveur and Gouro to sell their fish to thousands of people on the East Coast. You heard Jean talk about the opportunities for the young people, for the school to be built right there in Wesley so that they can look over the young children. These are individuals who care deeply about the young people and the future of our country. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be long today. They will have a lot more to say. Today is really the day of these three outstanding candidates. And I want to thank you so much for being here with us. You'll be hearing a lot more from us. Of course, we are with Danny in the Roseau North constituency, where we continue to grow from strength to strength, day by day. We're gaining in strength, we're gaining in the Roseau North constituency. And I can guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, that when the election is called, there will be a huge win for Danny Luge and the United Labour Party. And this will signal the beginning of this blue wave, Curtis Matthew, that will spread across all of Dominica, that will move across our island, bringing hope, bringing change, and bringing a better future for all of Dominica. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fontaine. Let's hear it for Dr. Fontaine. And at this point, we have exhausted our hour, but the media is here and we open for any questions from the media.
Pass to this side.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning to the candidates. Good morning to the leader of the United Workers' Party and his executive. Just one question, especially for the new candidate, Martha Augustus. It's Dr. Martha Augustus? Thank you. It appears that the Roseau South seat, I don't want to say enough like you, South seat, it may emerge as a very competitive constituency. We're hearing of 3 candidates that must possibly run in that constituency. Martha, as a new candidate, and you have examined, I'm sure, the other candidates. How confident you are, and what strategy will apply to emerge the winner in that constituency?
Thank you, Mr. Matt Penalty.
I'm not a doctor, but yes.
Okay, so I was called into that position here, and this is already a win for me. I know it. I grew up in Roseau South, primarily Newtown, Harlem, and I have seen the deterioration of that particular hamlet, even returning back to Dominica from where it was to where it is today. And this gives me confidence to know that I can win this constituency because it has not been done in 26 years. So the candidates who are standing right now, they were not able to do it. So they cannot do it this time. And with my experience, exposure, being able to serve people, listen, this is what I plan to do. It's not about me. It's about being a voice for the people. So I go on the ground, listen to their cries. It's not campaigning as usual, where you're giving something in order for you to give me a vote. No, I want to give you hope. I'm asking you to let me represent you to build a better constituency and a Dominica by extension.
Just a follow-up, because I underlined the word ground, and this Labour Party candidate has been referred to a candidate who walks the ground and know the constituency. Are you doing the same in terms of walking the ground?
Of course I am. You have to take into account that Roseau South is a really big constituency, and it takes a lot of time to sit and listen to everybody's cry. And that is what I've been hearing while I walk. So I cannot give an individual 2 minutes. You have to stay with them and hear their cries in order to be able to assist them.
My final question is, of course, we have been told and we've seen that it's become a campaign that is full of l'argent chasse, money. Now, you will understand that the community of Newtown is a Montego Bay primarily. We see a lot of persons afflicted with drug problems, and they would accept. We cannot deny that they will accept money is given to them. Now, how are you going to fight? What is your strategy for fighting that? Money against what? It's a harsh reality that they will accept.
I agree exactly what you're saying. It's very shameful because growing up, I never saw that during campaigns. And so this time, it's about giving people hope. It's about empowering them. It's about letting them know that I can do this if we put our hands and our minds together. And it's also about removing that enslavement mentality. It's renewing the mind You can do it if you say that you want it. You can do it. And that is the approach that I'm going to take on the ground with the guys, the young men and the young women that I see on the ground that are extending their hands in order to think that's hope. That's not hope. I go around Newtown and I see the guys that have the potential, and it really saddens my heart to see that they're sitting asking and they're not given the opportunity to empower themselves. So I'm going to bring hope by helping them to renew their minds. The power is within you and not from the politician.
I was approached just last week from a businessman in Roseau South, and he says that we have a lot of distinguished gentlemen or women in that constituency, and he was asking me to, of course, speak to Montego Bay, and Montego Bay basically gives a message that, you know, there's again poverty, and he was thinking of renaming Montego Bay to something else. Is it something that you may want to consider?
Well, that is possible, you know, because words have power. And so if we were to rename it, it might create that environment of power. Because we know what Montego Bay is attached with. Let us get that mentality off and empower ourselves by renewing our minds. A new name might just do that. So I would be in support of changing the name from what looks like poverty to what will be prosperity.
Leave her alone. Let me ask a question. Kiddies don't have any question this morning, but let me ask Dr. Thompson Function a question. It appears that the other opposition party, the UPP, seem to be filling candidates in strategic places where the United Workers' Party has normally been strong. Do you have any concerns about that, sir?
Matt, thank you for this question. I believe, as you said, we are in a multi-party democracy. So parties are free to form and to name their candidates. But I think at the end of the day, everyone understands that we are up against a formidable opponent, government, and it's important that we work together to remove this monkey off our backs, as it were, or to tiwe go washla kiashimela. You know, I think that is well understood, and so it's in that context I would like to approach your question with the understanding that that same sentiment is across all of the political parties. And they understand the need to work together. And so going forward, we absolutely have to do that to present a united opposition to ensure maximum success.
My final question, will you be fielding 21 candidates for the upcoming election?
Now, I cannot divulge strategy at this time in terms of what we are going to do or not do. But I have said repeatedly in the past that we will have 21 candidates in all of the different constituencies. But in the context of these emerging situations, we are looking at having obviously a national united front, and that could have some implications, but the actual details we certainly cannot say. But in the past, we've always been able to field 21 candidates, so it will not be for lack of finding candidates. But ultimately, it will be whatever we deem to be the best way in terms of dealing with that particular constituency that will determine the exact amount. But certainly, from the outset, we will be looking to field 21 candidates.
Well, that's it for me. I don't think my friend Curtis Murphy have any questions this morning. Curtis, any question? No, he doesn't have any question. Thank you very much.
All right. Let me, at this moment, thank every one of you who made it to this press conference today. It's a pleasure to see you. And let me say the media houses that have made their presence here today. And thank you to the Dominican people who listened and view us online. We continue to do the work as a united party, a party that will be the alternate government of this country, a party that will restore our economy and sustain lives in this country for prosperity that will be shared for all. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming.
And this was the United Workers' Party Team Dominica Press Conference dated 23rd July 2026, declaring of new candidates. This live was brought to you by MO News. We thank you all for viewing and have a pleasant day.
Okay, so there are some refreshments. Don't run away. There are some refreshments that we will serve, so we would be happy to serve you some refreshments. Guys.
That legendary like Wallace.